Hello, everyone. So, this will be a short video because there's a storm coming in, and I'm just taking this guy out for his daily walk. The bay where I sat last summer and watched the sun go down is starting to freeze, and pretty soon we'll be able to walk on the ice. It's nice in the winter because you can go for miles, and you can even walk out to the little islands on the ice. There's always something beautiful to do. It's always changing. That's why I love living here so much. It's just a beautiful, beautiful place, and to have the four seasons makes it even more special to me because I love the four seasons. And so does this guy. What I wanted to say in this video is just about things I've been thinking about lately that have probably thoughts that have been coming from source, because I've been drawn to really looking at information about DNA and how we're connected to the planet and how our food supply and everything, the animals, us, the trees, the water, just the earth in general, are all connected. And it's one thing that happens to me on my own journey is I'm always being guided to new information, and I'm always learning. I'm always keeping my mind open as the old ways are starting to disappear more and more. All the veils are being lifted, and all the knowledge and everything is coming into full knowledge for everybody, into clarity. One thing I do know is that I used to work as a home care provider for the elderly, and because of the situation, I had to stop because they were trying to enforce something upon me that I don't agree with, but we won't get into that. When I was caring for the elderly, I noticed that a lot of them were heavily medicated, most of them. And I did care for my own grandmother, and she didn't like, the handful of pills she had to take every morning, and then at lunch, and then at supper. She always told me, she said, they're trying to poison us. And I would agree with her, and we would have conversations, but she would always come back to saying, that she didn't want to take all the medication, and she did, she just didn't feel like it was helping her. It was making her more sick. So we would have discussions about, when she was young and she had a big family, and how they would farm, and they always provided for the family. But I'm not going to get into that because I'm going way off in another direction here. But what I want to say is, what I've been noticing is that, all the addictions, every single one, and not just pharmaceutical, but we're talking alcohol, we're talking food, we're talking sex, we're, just all of it. The addiction to television and to media and to material things, and it's not working anymore. Something has been shut off in the human DNA. None of that is fulfilling anymore. It's not going to work anymore. So, when you see people that are addicted to things, and they keep trying something else and something else and something else because they can't get high or it's the same thing with food. It's the same thing with sex. It's the same thing with, like the 5-minute attention span on the television or on the social media. People are longing for connection that they've lost. They've lost connection. And all of these addictions, this is why the vaccine would never work. It will never work. Because we're beyond that. We've evolved past all of this crazy, quick fix kind of thing. And we're coming into our own. We're coming back to our own knowing, our own knowledge of what we need spiritually and also in our body to keep us healthy and strong. I have also noticed that a lot of new spiritual groups are jumping up. And I mean, I'm not here to judge anything. I mean, whatever your choice is, that's your free will. You can do as you please. But for me, I find spirituality and my own personal relationship with God is private. I don't need to subscribe to what everybody else is trying to tell you to do. You'll just know. You'll feel it. You'll know. And sometimes it's too much, There's too many of them saying you can't do this and you should do that, and if you don't meditate, you're not spiritual, or if you're not vegan, you're not spiritual. I mean, you're gonna figure it out on your own. You're just, don't put too much pressure on yourself. Everyone has their own spiritual journey, and all the old belief systems are falling away, but that's meant to be, because it's personal. Your relationship with God is personal. It's you and God. And whatever God you believe in, creator, whether it's Jesus or it's Buddha or, whatever, that's your personal thing. And I guess what's happening now is a lot of people are also dropping what they're told to do when it comes to spirituality. They're tired of the whole, you have to follow these laws. You have to do this. You have to do that. I mean, all the things that are wrong with the world are tied up in the addictions of trying to find a quick fix. But they don't work anymore. We've reached a crescendo where all of those things, you just can't rely on that. You need to rely on yourself. You have to look at yourself, and you have to figure out what you need to keep your body healthy, to keep your mind healthy, and your spirit healthy. And your relationship with God is private. It's personal. And no one should tell you how to do that. I mean, that's your own knowing. All the old ways are falling away so that we can build an earth that is pure and loving, and we're going to get back to ourselves again. And no matter how chaotic it looks, the light is watching over us. We're protected. I just want you to know that I appreciate every one of you. And I love you. And this will pass, Nothing lasts forever. The seasons are here for a reason. We have the seasons in our lives. And you can't push things. We're like nature. Things take time. We're evolving. And just look at how far we've come in the last 3 years, you know. They thought they were going to keep us asleep, but wow, we're just waking up everywhere. And it's a beautiful thing. And don't ever feel like you're alone, because you're loved and you're protected. And now I have to get this guy back. I want you to have a beautiful day wherever you are. I love you.